A century ago, families lived on a fraction of what we earn today, yet somehow they managed to save more, even during wars, recessions, and uncertain times. What if the secrets they used could make you wealthier and more secure in today's UK economy? This is the story of 5 saving habits that survived 100 years and why they are still relevant. The 1920s in Britain were turbulent. Inflation was rising, jobs were uncertain, and economic stability was fragile. Yet families found ways to survive and save despite extremely low wages. Think of it like a survival game, but instead of weapons or armor, families had coins, ration books, and sheer discipline. On average, households saved 10 to 15% of their income without credit cards, mobile apps, or modern financial tools. Habit 1. Pay yourself first. Families would set aside a portion of every wage before paying any bills or spending on daily needs. It's like planting seeds before taking any fruit, ensuring future growth first. Habit 2. Budget everything. Every penny was accounted for. Food, rent, coal, even candle wax. Nothing went unchecked. Modern equivalents include budget apps, envelope systems, or detailed spreadsheets. Habit 3. Live below your means. Families chose modest clothing, simple meals, and limited luxuries to ensure stability. Today, it means avoiding lifestyle inflation despite rising salaries, resisting the urge to spend more as income increases. Habit 4. Maintain an emergency fund. Even a few pounds could cover unexpected bills, such as a broken stove or medical expenses. Today, the recommendation is to have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved as a safety net. Habit 5. Avoid debt. While credit was rare, borrowing often led to disaster for those who mismanaged it. Modern interpretation is minimal reliance on credit cards, avoiding payday loans, and steering clear of high-interest debt. Combined, these habits formed a system of financial resilience that helped families survive in difficult times. They didn't just build wealth, they ensured security, stability, and peace of mind. These were timeless practices rooted in discipline, foresight, and the understanding that small, consistent actions yield enormous long-term results. Even in an era with no financial advisors or digital tools, these families intuitively mastered money management, showing that the principles of saving are not dependent on technology, but on human behavior, discipline, and strategic planning. These habits created a framework that withstood economic turbulence, teaching lessons that remain critical today, especially in times of rising living costs, uncertainty, and global financial instability. By setting aside first, budgeting meticulously, living modestly, maintaining emergency funds, and avoiding debt, families gain control over their finances in ways that modern society still struggles to replicate. But history wasn't always kind. The Great Depression hit in 1929, wiping out savings overnight, leaving families devastated. Those who ignored these 5 habits lost everything, while those who diligently followed them survived, and in many cases thrived. Even a small emergency fund could mean the difference between going hungry and maintaining basic security. The harsh lesson was clear. Preparation wasn't optional, and this lesson repeats itself even today. Rising costs, economic uncertainty, job insecurity, and the constant temptation of debt traps echo the challenges faced a century ago. Ignoring these habits now carries real risks of financial collapse. Applying them, however, transforms outcomes. Paying yourself first builds a nest egg automatically, providing security even before expenses are accounted for. Budgeting reveals hidden leaks in spending, exposing areas where money is wasted and redirecting it towards savings or investments. Living below your means prevents lifestyle inflation, ensuring that as income rises, spending doesn't outpace it, preserving long-term stability. An emergency fund acts as a buffer, absorbing shocks like unexpected bills, medical emergencies, or job loss. Avoiding debt prevents high-interest obligations from draining financial resources, giving control and freedom over one's finances. When combined, these habits form a protective framework, helping individuals and families navigate volatile economies with confidence. These principles are timeless. They survived wars, depressions, and recessions, proving their resilience across generations. In the modern UK context, these habits are more relevant than ever. The rising cost of living, volatile housing market, inflationary pressures, and precarious employment make disciplined financial behavior crucial. Imagine having a system where money is automatically allocated towards security, waste is minimized, debt is avoided, and unforeseen events do not derail stability. Even small, consistent actions, paying yourself first, tracking every penny, living modestly, and maintaining emergency reserves, compound over time into significant wealth and resilience. Consistency, rather than income, determines long-term financial outcomes. One coin saved today, one budget reviewed, or one debt avoided may seem small, but over weeks, months, and years, these actions accumulate into security, confidence, and long-term wealth. The 100-year-old habits are not relics of the past. They are survival tools that remain entirely applicable in a modern economic environment. Families and individuals who follow them experience reduced stress, increased options, and the ability to navigate crises with clarity and stability, proving that these practices are as practical today as they were a century ago. The unsettling truth is that most people ignore these habits today. They chase trends, luxuries, and instant gratification, believing that wealth and security are products of luck or high income. Meanwhile, small, consistent actions quietly compound into real financial strength. Pay yourself first, budget meticulously, live below your means, maintain an emergency fund, and avoid debt. These are not outdated rules, they are timeless strategies that have stood the test of 100 years. If a family could thrive on pennies a century ago, imagine what is possible now with access to modern tools, information, and opportunities. Time is the ultimate test of a habit. By starting small and staying consistent, the wisdom of the past can work for you today. Which habit will you adopt first? Will it be budgeting every penny, paying yourself first, or avoiding debt? Reflect, choose, and act. Comment below with your decision. It could inspire someone else to start their journey toward financial security. 100 years ago, small, disciplined choices built security and stability. Today, the choice remains yours. Start today. Take control of your finances and let your habits, not chance or luck, determine your future. By committing to these principles, you create a foundation that withstands economic uncertainty, empowers personal growth, and ensures that financial stress does not dictate your life. The small daily actions, the coins saved, the expenses tracked, the debts avoided, and the funds set aside for emergencies accumulate over time into resilience, wealth, and peace of mind. These are not just habits. They are timeless tools for survival, applicable across centuries, cultures, and economic conditions. Remember, a century ago, ordinary people achieved extraordinary stability through discipline and foresight. Today, you have the same opportunity. Will you follow their example or continue to live without a system that protects your future? The choice, the action, and the outcome are all in your hands. Start today, embrace these 5 habits, and let history's lessons guide you to a secure financial future.